I can see that the host is not allowing.
Rajeshwari is the host.
What is MFA, madam? Masters in?
Fine arts in specialization art therapy, with the specialization art therapy, sir.
The science department only.
It's a psychology it's a therapeutic thing, sir.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Art therapy is
Because
also one of the modalities.
okay. Because in JNTU, MFA is a Masters in Fine Arts.
And that is different, sir. But here, Pune
Okay.
University is giving MFA degree with arts therapy.
Ma'am, give me a couple of minutes.
Thank you.
Once
Thank
I'm
you so
done
much.
with the recording setting, I'll give you the host, ma'am.
Sure, sure.
Meanwhile, I have a neuropsychologist will be working with the MBBS doctor.
Your voice was disconnecting, sir, so could not understand what you were asking.
Okay. I'm repeating once again. For neuropsychologist is working with the MBBS doctor for neuro department, neurology MBBS doctors. Is available in our city for neuropsychologists?
I need to ask somebody. I'm not aware of that. Neuropsychologists,
Okay.
they will be there for sure, but I don't know anyone as such.
Ma'am, actually,
Okay, fine.
neuropsychology is after completion of MBBS in few universities they are offering. But even I am not aware that without MBBS whether they are offering or not.
Okay.
Basic qualification is MBBS is mandatory.
MBBS in few universities, sir. Yeah, in India, most of the time. If any other university is providing or not, that info is not adequate with us, sir. Thank you. Yeah, Sudha ma'am, over to you, ma'am. Over to you. I have given host to you also, ma'am.
Yeah, just a moment. I'll do the screen sharing. Slideshow. Yeah. Today's session is exploring creative ways of administering ecotherapy. Just before starting my presentation, I just wanted to tell a short story about a boy who loves summer holidays a lot. Ramu is a small child who stays in Hyderabad, who lives in Hyderabad. He is very fond of summer holidays because he get to go to his grandmother's place, which is a small village in interior Andhra, where he can explore so much nature, like a climbing trees, swimming, everything you can do there. There are so many people who can help him, who can accompany him there. So he was eagerly waiting for that. But before going to that village, because of the non-availability of the tickets, he had to wait. So he was getting bored in the house. Mother was not allowing him to go out of the house because of the heat, and also it was they are living in a outskirts in a row houses. So nature is there. So many trees are there. He had a beautiful garden also. So one day mother was busy with some cooking. He sneaked out of the door and entered into the garden. He loves nature, but so he saw from his window from his bedroom window that there is a nest in a mango tree. It's a garden, but there were no big trees, only one mango tree and one papaya tree was there. Other plants are like flowers, like a roses or a nandavardhanam, we call it white flowers, that which his mother can do puja kind of thing. The gardener was also not coming, so it was a little shabby, only whole grass was there, but he wanted to check what is happening in that tree. So he went to the nest, to the mango tree and started checking whether he saw two parrots over there. Wow, how I am lucky, how lucky I am. I could see the parrots, otherwise I could not see. The nest is built by the parrots. He heard somewhere that parrots do not build nest on the trees. He was wondering why, how they are living over there. But in the meanwhile, he heard a hiss sound. So he ran out of it because a lot of grass was there. Towards the gate, the plants were okay, like flowers, other things were there. Roses, different colors of roses. He tried to touch one of the roses, but he was aware that mother always, he was 8 years old, okay. He wanted to pluck the flower, but he was scared that the thorn may poke his finger. So he was checking everything. All of a sudden, he saw some Kanakambaram flowers and he started plucking them. In the middle of the plants, he saw a caterpillar also. It's not a usual caterpillar. It's a big green color, thick one, and it was crawling slowly, very slowly. He got so curious about it because the caterpillar is like a spikes one with a fur and other, that pokey things will be there, which we get very itching if they come close to us or we touch them. So it was little, he was curious to observe that. He wanted to touch it. In the meanwhile, he saw some things just passed from his eyes. There are two butterflies fighting with each other like that. They were going around. So he was curious. He started running about behind them. And he stepped on one of the, he didn't know what it was, but he stepped on it. That is a garden lizard. All of a sudden it came on the way and he got so scared and he caught hold of something that is, he didn't know that what it was, but it was moving. It's like a thick, hard thing, like a pillar, but it was moving. He closed his eyes and he was, the pillar was moving and taking him towards the house. He realized and he opened the eyes. It was nothing but his dad. So why I told this short story, to how we need to, somebody might have get that connection with the nature, the trees, the butterflies, the caterpillar, the snake, the grass, the dry little unshabby garden. So this is nothing but ecotherapy. We are talking about the nature. What is ecotherapy? Ecotherapy involves spending time in nature to promote mental and physical well-being. It's a method of restoring optimal health and well-being through routine exposure to and experience in natural world. History of ecotherapy, if we have to go back, the Japanese first started the Zen gardens they used to maintain, and the European also, in Europe, Europeans also, they used to call mineral baths and maintaining central parks. And our Ayurvedic medicine always suggests that go out, exposure in nature. The Ayurvedic medicine is basically based on nature only. All the medicinal plants and the health, that growing the trees in our courtyards so that we can breathe that fresh air, and the medicinal powers of those leaves are the air we can get it. And I remember in a Sagar Sangamam movie, a Telugu movie, where the hero's friend Sarath Babu's wife, when she was detected with tuberculosis, she was suggested to go to a sanatorium where a lot of trees were there so that she can get fresh air, so that she can get the benefit of and the improvement of health. Slowly, all this led to the ecotherapy movement. And why ecotherapy? We can see the disconnection from the natural world that led to a lot of problems, psychological problems like anxiety, stress, frustration, depression, and urbanization, especially disconnecting people from each other, of course, and with the nature also. Repeated exposure to these artificial lights and other electromagnetic pollutions, they disturb our physical as well as mental health. To bridge the separation, it is important now to bridge the separation gap between the humans and nature. The parents, these parents are very fearful about sending the children outside to explore the nature. This is creating a lot of unfamiliarity with the nature. Everybody knows about the pandemic effect, what impact it has made on our physical and mental health. because of the confining to the four walls of the houses, people are not at all, they lost the connection with the nature. And once the pandemic was done, the people started flying off to different places so that they can breathe fresh air. The people need to get outside exposure. 1 minute, please. So the exposure and with the nature regularly to reach optimal health, as we are nature, as Sivard he mentioned. How it works. How wonderful the power of its beauty, gazing awe-stricken. I might have left everything for it. Beauty beyond thought everywhere. The vibrations of earth and earth and hums of the forest, the humans try to match with these vibrations through sympathetic responses. This helps us to maintain the homeostasis of our body. So when separated from these vibrations, the human bodies become like a 1 minute or some. Excuse me. So this healthy rhythms of the body, we need to get a connection with the nature. When we get the connection with the nature, the production of melatonin, which is the hormone that regulates sleep-wake cycle, and also the other metabolic processes will be in place. And also the human body always craves for habitual routine to maintain optimal health. NDD, nature deficit disorder. So, according to Richard Lau, Last Child in Wood, according to him, in 2005, he told that in now common behavior.
వంశీ వచ్చాడు షాపింగ్ దగ్గర.
Can you please mute yourself?
వంశీ వచ్చాడు.
Can you?
And now common behavior where people, especially children, don't get outside enough and lose touch with the natural world and all of its wonder. And this engrossed in mobiles and laptops, confined to that concrete jungles, humans definitely they are getting distressed. And biophilia is human beings' emotional affiliation to other organisms, have an inherent connection and affinity to the natural world and planet Earth. So we need to come out of the NDD, we need to follow the biophilia. We need to develop some love and affection towards the nature, connecting to the nature. NDD leads to apathy and ambivalent that environmental issues, we are not concerned about the environmental issues. Why and how to take care of the earth when we don't have any connection with her? The kids are feeling that only of late. There is a prescription for that. This is a dose of nature. That is the nature prescriptions for post. We already know that many of the people who are suffering with the cancer, fatigue, or hypertension and diabetes or any other mental illness, psychiatrists and even physicians are suggesting, physicians are suggesting to go out and spend some time in nature. Ecotherapy has regenerative powers to improve mood, ease anxiety, stress, and depression. Family outings, allowing children at least for 60 minutes outside the world, and these are the ways to overcome this NDD. According to the studies, walking in outside that reduces in countries, means in a village area like where plants and trees are there, reduces the depression in 70% of the participants. 5 minutes in nature improves mood, reduces more anxiety, and increases the motivation as well. There is a technique in Japanese, the Japanese follow, that is forest bathing, that is called Shinrin Yoku. This can effectively relax people's bodies and spirits. A process in which activities in the forest are used to improve the mental and physical health of people. Making contact with nature and taking in the atmosphere of the forest. There is a ritual that express gratitude by hugging the nature, hugging the trees, to express gratitude for giving us the fresh air, fruits, everything. Without plants, we cannot survive. Without the nature, we are not there. In a 2006 Japanese study, it was proven that the activity in the prefrontal cortex and salivary cortisol levels were significantly lower in the forest area group. They conducted research by selecting two groups. One was sent to the urban area, one was sent to the... Please mute yourself, ma, Dr. Jogara.
Sorry.
Yeah. So this is proven that the forest group has shown the reduced levels of cortisol and increased activity in the prefrontal cortex. So what are the physiological and mental emotional benefits of ecotherapy? Decreased sense of anger. Mental and emotional benefits are decreased sense of anger, a great sense of joy or happiness, improved sleep quality. It definitely improves the metabolism of a person. Physical benefits increase in anti-cancer proteins, natural killer cells, like increase in white blood cell production, quicker recovery from trauma or surgery. Psychological effects of ecotherapy are enhanced concentration and attention, enjoying solitude. One person I'm feeling lonely. From this feeling to I'm in the universe. I'm one among the universe. That feeling, solitude, enjoying the solitude, and the spiritual moments, like a contemplating. If you see one plant, it's there is a have a picture, but I could not paste it on this PPT. Out of a crack, one plant is emerging out of the plant, out of that crack. It gives a kind of sense that even if I'm not in good condition now, the conditions are worse, I can emerge out of it. Like that's tiny seedling. And it is also a gentle reminder that we are a part of much bigger universe than just our little internal world. What are the benefits of bio? I will make it a little interactive after a while. All these things, ecotherapy, the nowadays, unknowingly or knowingly, we are following already. So the benefits of ecotherapy are preserves biodiversity, stimulates social interactions among children, not only children, with other, in general, humans, strengthens the family relations, helps adjust to the transitions, cost-effective health promotion, gives children a sense of peace and oneness with the world, sparks creativity and imagination, encourages reflection and quiets the mind. We owe it to ourselves and to the next generation to conserve the environment so that we can bring with our children a sustainable world that benefits all. It's a personal application of ecotherapy. If we come to on a personal level, if we have to apply ecotherapy on us, go out every day for some time without headphones, phones, or any other distractions. Feel the air on your body. Feel the scenic beauty wherever you are going. Plant a garden. Create a garden. Even though the place might be very small, but build a garden. House. And inside the house also, we can put plants so that we can have some interaction with the plants. Touch, hold, hug, talk to the plants and trees. Observe nature, live or an image. Both ways we can get that feel. Live obviously gives a different energy, but even if we are if we see an image also, a scenic beauty, definitely it gives us some kind of energy. Activism. In groups, people are now planting trees. There is a YouTube channel I follow. They are encouraging people to promote planting more and more trees so that we can make this world Haritavanam. Even the Telangana government is supporting this. Client application ecotherapy. With the clients, how we can go ahead with this? Having meetings outside in nature, have plants and images of nature in the office where you are set up, where your setup is there. Bring in samples of nature for the client to discuss or talk about. Give creative visualization. If you are not able to go outside, you can make the scene so that the person can visualize the words you can bring in to make the visualization happen to the client. Grounding, barefoot on earth, walking barefoot on earth. When you walk barefoot on earth, the free electrons are transferred from the earth into your body. And this grounding effect is one of the most potent antioxidants we know of. Mindful walking, just walk, say, looking all around. And it is proven that ecotherapy is helpful for trauma clients also. Like Adams advocated awareness practices such as mindfulness and meditation as powerful means of building relationship with nature. And Miller, spending time in nature is nourishing on a physical, emotional, and spiritual level. And being in a natural setting facilitates mindful awareness practices. It doesn't matter, however, wherever. I mean, this image is telling that even though everything is broken, you can always rebuild it. You can come back to the normal. This kind of images also gives a lot of boosting to the clients. And different forms of ecotherapies people when the therapists are following across the world. Animal assisted therapy, horticultural therapy, wilderness experiences like going on a trek or adventurous trips. Therapeutic gardens, building, as I mentioned already, in the houses you can build a garden, and also giving a plant also for the client, to the client, that also helps. Psychotherapy practiced outdoors, as I already mentioned. Contemplative practices like nature mandala, making a nature mandala. Nature art, making art with natural elements, twigs, leaves, plants, whatever you get, even dried leaves, dried flowers also we can bring in to make a nature art. Leaf printing, rock art, all these are different forms of ecotherapy only. Ethical issues, whenever we apply any therapy, psychotherapy, we need to check upon the ethical issues also. Mostly when we are taking the client outside, safety is important. Not only for the client, for us also as a therapist, you also should be in a safe position. And a rule of the thumb for this is do not, if it is a remote area, most precautions should be taken, or avoid such kind of interactions. You can create the same environment by making the client visualize the thing in your own setup. Respect for the nature. If you are going with a group of people on a therapeutic expedition, then you can make sure that they are not going to spoil the surroundings by throwing things all around. Choosing only evidence-based therapeutic activities. This is very important, because if anything happens, we are responsible. Spend some time on nurturing activities like a trash recovering, or watering the plants, feeding a wildlife, etc. All these things are take out. Just have around your apartments itself, wherever your setup is there. Go down and walk. Can discuss it by having. First and foremost thing we need to do is discuss about this ecotherapy. Before, if you are planning to take your client outside your setup, first explain the importance of ecotherapy, the impact it makes on health, mental and physical health. We need to clearly explain. These are some of the creative activities we can do. Decoration, gardening, as I mentioned already. A garden is a silent, loyal friend and a great listener. this decorating the flowers, icabana are there, many kind of floral patterns decoration. That is also very therapeutic. And this is simple, not a face. This is a red cabbage. It's when it is cut, you can see the spiritual as a glowing doorway. We are going into somewhere. It's like a taking us inside some beautiful place. And this is also gardening, different techniques people are using this. These are all I have taken from net only, but I do follow some of them. And this is done by my friend. Even the fallen buds that didn't get to bloom deserve to tell their stories. This is rock art and leaf art samples. And she has done like this. This is from internet only. This picture, we can take the dry leaves. We can take leaves, we can dry them, and on them we can design. We can make the client draw something, and simply take the leaves and make images like this. This is also comes under nature art as well, and adding all these things. Some the drawing also, we can add the drawing also, and leaves we can. This is also kids definitely they'll enjoy making this kind of artwork. And stone art. And in this the last one was, it's simply taken a twig, a piece of wood, and with stones they created some kind of art. Definitely when we go out like this and when we collect something, we can create anything out of it. It gives a lot of sense of accomplishment, achievement, and also how creative I am. That feel is different for the client. We can bring in that kind of and nature art and shadow art. As I mentioned, that leaf also, the nature art only. We can arrange the different uh, parts of different things of nature we available in on the ground. You can see this picture. Just they arranged in the form of a tram kind of thing, and on that dog and the boy is going somewhere.
No, not.
And the leaves also we can arrange like this. Shadow art we can do, make children do. And this one is the drawing. It's on the bark, tree bark. One of my ma'ams who lives in MFA faculty, she lives in USA. Whenever she goes out for walking, she collects this bark of the plants, trees, and on that she made this design. And it's like a patchwork she did, but it is so beautiful to see and very appealing to the eyes. And here also this is done by my friend only. This also nature art, we can say. Whatever things we are available, seeds or some fruits, some dried fruits, or the seeds, the different types of flowers, leaves, and we can collect and we can arrange them. And this mindfully engaging in this a contemplative nature mandala. It's like a spiritual appealing also. Please mute, Lalita. And here you can see the nature mandala. This I did when during my MFA art therapy course. And this is also, we can arrange the leaves. This is done at that time. And this leaf printing is done by my students. And this we did in APA only, with all of you. And before I challenge you to commit to 5 minutes to take 5 minutes to observe a tree or watch its movement. Watch the sunset. Make a connection with a pet or a wild animal. Take off your shoes. Walk on earth with bare feet. Go outside every day. Commit to yourself. Let our children explore nature. Encourage them to run behind the dragonflies, butterflies. Sorry, I did not. And mud. This is a natural way to connect to. When you might have had, all of you might be having some kind of memories from childhood, but nowadays these children are not exposed to this kind of activities. The memories are very less for them.
Madam,
They're
can you
not.
show that challenge slide, please?
Yes, sir.
Please.
Take 5 minutes time to observe tree or watch its
Yeah,
movement.
thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. And encourage the children to be part of a family garden. If you are home garden you are maintaining, encourage them to participate in that. Encourage them to know which plant it is, which insect it was. Before going here, I want to know, some of you can share what kind of ecotherapeutic practices. Maybe it's not a therapy, you may not know what it is, how it is going to help you, but you enjoy doing that in nature.
Spending it to ocean.
Okay.
Sitting in the grass and taking classes or sessions.
Wow, that's wonderful. Your students might be very lucky. Distractions would be more, maybe.
No, actually, we at our center, there's a grass inside our lobby where we
Oh,
can use it. So, yeah.
beautiful, beautiful. It might be sensation, sensorially also. They might be
Sensorially beneficial, yeah.
correct, correct. Very good, very good. Any other who wants to?
I like to, ma'am,
Yeah.
I like to walk bare feet on the grass in my garden. I usually do that whenever I have time.
That's wonderful. When is the last time, anyone? When is the last time you went on a family trip to any beautiful place? I can say.
Around 3 months ago, madam.
Which place, sir? Can you tell us?
Kerala beach.
Wow. Okay, that's why you said water beach. Okay. Long ago, maybe I in 2013, 18, I think I went to Sikkim. This is a beautiful place, actually. The hills, the mountains, hills I should not say, the mountains always call me again and again to come and see me like that, but I could not make it after these days.
Especially the Tista River along which we travel was wonderful experience, madam, when we are going to Sikkim. Tista River,
Yes, that only. I have pictures also. I thought of pasting all those things, but time won't be sufficient, I thought, and I did not. And Andamans also I went. So Andaman and this both places, like mountains and the river, seas, oceans, the beautiful experiences I had. Both places, corals. Yes, sir.
Trekking also sometimes. Trekking also helps a lot.
Yes. Nowadays
Coral,
people are.
Coral
Sorry.
Beach, one experience I'll share with you, madam.
Sir.
The Coral Beach, we pay fees of 150 or 200, and he puts goggles. In the beginning, we fear to go inside the water when even the trainer helps us. But once he dips to some extent, then again we want to go and we will request him, please do it again, do it again, do it again. That was the experience with the Coral Beach where we in Andaman.
Excellent, sir. Excellent.
That is
Seriously.
habituation. Habituation.
Correct. We love to go there all the time. I mean, time permits and our physical health also permits. Definitely, everybody wants to go to different places of the world. Anyone who follows these creative ways of art, nature, use nature as an art form. Anyone tried with students Or yourself also, of course.
Next time we will plan, madam.
Great. This actually nature mandala I put it here. No, whenever I conduct nature mandala sessions, I take the clients around the place wherever the trees or plants are there, to go around. It's a complete silence we need to maintain while checking, while going around the garden, making the pluck. Sometimes I allow them to take, I tell them to take the leaves which they like the most, or sometimes they can only pick the leaves that are fallen, and flowers also that same way. I feel that even the dry leaves or croton leaves are also important in decoration, because they don't get a kind of they don't get a chance to uh, you don't use them in the puja, right? So these flowers like a periwinkle, all those flowers and the croton leaves also, they were not actually used for decoration usually. So because of their sensitivity also, they get dried up very easily, they wrinkle very fast. So but this kind of, after arranging, the kind of feeling, the feel we get is tremendous. I mean, it's beyond expression. I mean, that a kind of response I got from the clients also the same thing. They don't want to, I encourage them to uh, clean it up also. Clean, after doing the mandala, we need to clean the area, because it's a kind of sense of, we did like that in APA when we did this mandala, because it gave the detachment also we need to have. So when we made a kind of thing, beautiful thing, it is very difficult to just let go like that. So it is important to, the nature tells us to, whatever blooms, definitely it perishes after some, after by tomorrow it won't be there, but new bloom will be there for sure. So everything that goes will come again. So nature gives us a lot of lessons like this. Personally, we connect to the nature because of that only. If I'm done with my presentation, actually, it's a this one I want to, it's on a funny side actually. Somebody asked the neighbor to look after the plant. Sorry? So this is the picture. He shared everything with the plant. He played with the plant. He read the book for the plant, and he gave some food also to taste. Kind of that connection he made with the plant. It's beautiful. I felt that's why I thought of sharing. Sorry, sir.
I want to share one thing.
Yes, yes. Yes, please. Sarika.
May I?
Yeah, I can hear.
You know,
Okay.
one of my friend's child, about 12 or 13 years old, he had a lot of issues with public speaking. He used to hesitate going onto the stage, even for the school normal morning assemblies. So I suggested that the parent and the child also, that you can choose your favorite plant and try speaking in front of that plant. If you fear audience, you make a buddy in your garden in terms of a plant. And he tried that, and it worked well for the child. It has
Thank you.
helped
Thank you for
to
sharing
improve.
the idea. Very good idea. Actually, it gives a lot of boosting, no? The response the plant is giving might be like this.
Yes, yes. So it's like a safe place for doing these things.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing the idea, Sarika. And also in English story, one O. Henry story, The Last Leaf. Last leaf is like a nature connection with the nature, the person who having. The last leaf is not fallen means the person will be alive forever. That kind of connection we have with nature. It's amazing. That's, yeah, thank you everybody. If you want to share anything, you can share. You can note down my things. Being an art therapist, I love nature and doing nature art as well.
Yeah, thank you, Sudharamani madam. It was an excellent session from you. And participant, any questions, please, you can go through. You can ask madam.
Thank you, sir.
Any questions?
No question, sir. Thank you very much, Sudha madam.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. And no, today's both sessions were excellent. First was Sarika Raghuvanshi madam, fostering healthy identity and development in teenagers. It was an beautiful, insightful, and lot of details, which was a new thing which is in psychology rather. And coming to second session by Kirti Sudharamani madam, and everybody knows about her, and she has done one or two sessions in our API also already at our research office at Srinagar Colony. Madam, it was an excellent and fantabulous session from you about exploring the creative ways of ecotherapy. Thank you, both of you. It was an really, really wonderful session from both of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Can I leave, sir?
Yeah, I think. Veera sir, are you available? Veera? I think sir is not there. Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot.
Thank you all.
Yeah, our legendary person, Mahipati sir is there. Mahipati Srinivasarao garu.
I can see some of my friends also who are storytellers too in the session.
Yeah.
Thank you.